Okay, people. Been a while. Been a while since I've done one of these. Been a while since I've made a video. Been a while since I've been on YouTube, Weapon Wheel, whatever. But hey, it's summertime. Life comes at you fast. What can you do? A lot I want to talk about tonight. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get it all out before the start of the playoff game, but I digress. I'm in the mood to make a video. So if I'm actually in the mood to make a video, I'm going to make a video because most of the time when I make a video, I want to make it. Then when I get home, nah, kind of, don't feel like making it. So, first thing I want to talk about, Weapon Wheel. You know what to do. Subscribe, watch every Sunday, 6 o'clock. Follow me, Kid Smooth, J Mega, Jimmy, Broken Games, Jack. Support the Patreon. Don't support the Patreon. It is what you want to do. You do what you want to do. Regardless of what you want to do, we always appreciate the support. There are, though, some things I would definitely like to change about Weapon Wheel. First off, if anybody hasn't noticed, yes, it is a Black run podcast. I mean, I kind of think it unofficially, what's the word I'm looking for? Not ironically, unofficially, coincidentally, non-purposely, just came out to being a bunch of Black gamers. That's how it came out. I wasn't told it was ever going to be for Black gamers. I wasn't told it was going to be a representation of Black gamers, but that's how it happened, and that's kind of how it went into. But apparently, because, I date other women that aren't Black, it's not a Black gaming podcast now. Because I've dated white girls in the past, it can't be a Black gaming podcast. But then when I date an Asian girl, I mean, I really don't know. A lot of people, on YouTube are kind of crazy. I mean, it can't be a prominent Black podcast because somebody dates somebody who isn't Black. And then if you're Black, you can't play Zelda. But I digress. Moving on. Things I would do to change, improve, switch it up, shake up Weapon Wheel. There really needs to be more community feedback. There really does. Like, I don't know where to look to find community feedback for Weapon Wheel outside of the comment section and outside of the chat. There's no forum. There's no, Twitter. There's no official Twitter handle. There really is not a direct line of communication between the fans and us. Likewise, I feel like there needs to be more community participation, more community requests, basically more interaction other than us speaking and you guys listening. It's just we talk and you listen. There really isn't there really isn't any verbal exchange of ideas and information. That's just my opinion. I also think that there should be, outside of the After Dark, there should be one non-gaming topic of the week, time permitted. That's just me. And as far as giveaways go, in my opinion, because I just have a bunch of, PC parts stacking up, I'm sure Jimmy and Smooth have a bunch of PC parts stacking up, things stacking up, whatever. I feel like we can give away a lot more than just, a PSN card or an Xbox Live card or a Steam card or whatever Nintendo has. I don't even know what Nintendo has. That's my idea. And yeah, you can get on the podcast without paying, Liza Russ, if you have an actual channel, if you actually make content and you can be verified as not being a troll, yeah, you can come on. You just have to ask. But the reason that tier exists is to try to weed out trolls and things of that nature. That's what it is. So let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of YouTube. Let's start out with the good. First off, as you've all seen, I am experiencing burnout on YouTube. YouTube fatigue. Every time I want to make a video, I plan to, oh, damn, Zelina Vega is fine. Her pics just leaked, so yeah, go out and have fun. But again, YouTube fatigue. I feel like making a vid and yeah, nothing without the truth. Can you call somebody the truth when they yeah, we'll get to that later. But yeah, I don't call anybody who delves and deals with liars and frauds and doxers the truth, but hey, you're entitled to your opinion. As far as YouTube fatigue, typically I feel like making videos, but then I get home, I'm tired. I just don't feel like making. I could feel like making a video all day. I could have a fantastic idea to make a video, and then when I get home, I feel like playing Fire Emblem. I feel like watching baseball. I feel like watching basketball. I feel like working out. I feel like running. I feel like playing basketball. I feel like going out. I feel like grabbing a drink. I feel like going out to dinner. There's so many things I'd rather do than YouTube. YouTube is way more fun and way more accessible in the fall and in the winter. During the spring and the summer, like, I'm not even really thinking about YouTube and games. But outside of that, like, YouTube is very good. It is a very fine tool when it wants to work properly. Reasons I'm on YouTube: knowledge, information, entertainment, the different personalities, education, like-minded people, different people, common perspectives, different perspectives, because you don't want to talk and congregate and conversate with people that just always agree and disagree. You kind of want a mix of both. Comedy. Who doesn't like to be entertained and have fun? The unknown. And by the unknown, meaning sometimes you never really knew you liked something until you found it, until you discovered. I found some dude that has like John's Kitchen. He has like a sushi channel, and damn, I love sushi, and dude be killing it making sushi. It's actually pretty incredible. Meeting NPCs. Yes, some of you NPCs are actually pretty cool, megabytes, kilobytes, gigabytes, however many you are. Appreciate that $1 donation, Black Metal. Collaborations. Collaborations is also a good way to come on YouTube. A good thing about YouTube. I mean, look at the Weapon Wheel. Look at the Corporate Slave Awards. Look at guys like Alex, Ryan the Professional, The Great Exposer, Omega, things like that. Common interests, then even different interests. It is what it is. I mean, there's a lot of good reasons to come on to YouTube. But with all the good reasons, there are bad reasons. And there are ugly reasons. Terrible reasons. Downright deplorable reasons. I shouldn't even need to tell you this because you should already know. Mental illness runs rampant here on YouTube. Unconditionally, unequivocally, that is an absolute bona fide fact. And if mental illness isn't what you're talking about or what it is, then being a social reject, you're like, half the problems are caused by people that suffer from some sort of mental ailment, or you're just flat out a social reject. The majority of people who fit the description of somebody that would walk into a school with a firearm. It just is what it is. I don't know. Maybe your parents were terrible. Maybe you had no friends growing up. Maybe you ran the streets. I have no idea. But I have never ran into anybody. And I had a high school of 800. I have never ran into anybody in real life that acts like people here on YouTube. At least the dredges of society here on YouTube. It's absolutely incredible and fascinating on one end, but absolutely disgusting on the other. To think that people out there actually exist like this in the real world. Absolutely crazy. So I'm going to go down a list of things that are just absolutely bad, ugly, crazy, whatever you want to call on YouTube. And out of this list, I can see two that I can put myself into. So let's start at the top. Pools. Why do people have a problem with me swimming? Why? It's a pool. I'm a black guy, yes, but I'm half Caribbean. It's a pool. I can swim. I'm sorry if that, upsets you. It is what it is. Women, girls, I mean, oh no, I took a picture with a woman. I took a picture with a girl. A girl took a picture with me. A woman took a picture with me. Why is that a big deal? Oh, but Black Bond, you paid them. So let's get this straight. I paid them. So you have two choices to believe that: one, I either have more game than you, or two, I have more money than you. And either way, I really don't care. Because if you're that concerned about it, you've got no game and you have no money. Videos outdoors. I don't understand why people just lose their mind if I take a video outside. I'll get to the monitor later. I don't get it. Like if I make a video outside of the crib, people are automatically offended. Oh, you're showing off. I'm sorry, this is YouTube. Everybody else can, go outside, go to the park, play basketball, go to events, go to concerts, go to sporting events. But apparently, if I do, it offends you. It is what it is. Political opinions and ones that are not honest. And by this, I mean people like to play politics. You have people that like to play PC politics, AMD politics, NVIDIA politics, Intel politics, Nintendo politics, Xbox politics, PlayStation politics. People are not honest with themselves. They want to give the political answer to maintain their subscriber base and to maintain their happiness. YouTube is YouTube. It's not meant to be a politician. It's not meant to be politics. You're not getting like an approval rating. I mean, yeah, I know how to play the game, but I refuse to play the game that way because what would that say about me? I just can't pander to people. It just seems stupid to me. It seems fake to me. It seems false to me. And I just can't understand how, when there are things that are clearly wrong, that can clearly not be damage controlled. And first of all, why anybody damage controls or makes excuses for a company you don't work for to begin with is just absolutely insane to begin with. But it is what it is. Let's talk about some lies, some stories, and things of that nature. I never finish games. It's funny how people say I never finish games, but then those same people ask me, why do I upload the ending of a game after I finish it to my channel? It's common sense, people. I never play games day one. Well, again, another false accusation, because if you look at my YouTube channel, you can look at uploads of videos, you can look at uploads of games, you can check the upload date compared to the release date. I mean, I used to upload videos day one of games, max settings, or how my rig runs the game day one. Would there be a reason to put up a video months and months and months and months later about how a game runs and how the game's performance runs when all those videos already exist? No, there wouldn't be. So why anybody says I don't get games on day one is stupid. I never buy new games. Okay. I never buy new games, but yeah, I buy new games day one. Never understood that either. Just a bunch of more lies from insecure social rejects over the internet. Apparently also now, I buy hardware to show off. Yes, a bald, failing doctor who literally breathes lies and is allergic to reality. And I'm not going to name any names in this podcast, but if you want to know, I will gladly answer because I could go down names all day. So I'm just going to go no names. But if you want to know, I will answer because I have no problem naming names. But apparently, I buy hardware to show off. I bought a Predator X27 to show off, and yet did I not just upgrade a 2011 i5 2500K, a 2011 processor? I upgraded it 6 to 7 years later, but yeah, I buy things to show off. I ran two 560 Ti's and SLI till the wheels fell off, and yet I buy things to show off. I am currently gaming on a monitor I bought at the end of 2010, 23 inches, 1080p. I've had it for close to 8 years now. No, it's probably 8 years because I got it in April of 2010. But I buy things to show off. That does not even make any sense. As far as the Predator X27, I did cancel the pre-order because it kind of didn't make sense to spend $2,000 on it until the reviews came from the Acer and the Asus monitors, respectively. Because I don't want to spend $2,000 on one and be like, oh, wait, I should have got the other. So as of now, I canceled the pre-order, but I will get back on it because I really do want a monitor. But then again, a part of me says, do I really want it? Because it does not have HDMI 2.0. So let's say, hypothetically, 3 years down the line, if I upgrade a GPU, I can't do 120, 144 hertz at 4K with HDR because HDMI, whatever is out right now, can't do it without down sampling. Can't even speak right now. Speaking less English than Nakamura. Buying things at the lowest price possible. Yeah, that is something I do. That is something I believe all humans would do. Because why would you buy something at a higher price than the lowest price? But apparently, according to, once again, the bald fraudulent doctor, that equates to never paying full price. Now pay attention. If full price is the lowest price, then what are you buying something at? Full price. The lowest price just means the lowest price. If the lowest price is full price, then guess what I'm buying it at? Full price. Oh, man. People. I mean, I could go on and on about damage control, but we'll just pass on that topic. No holidays off. This is already a topic I've gone on a billion times. People making videos on Christmas, on New Year's Eve, every kind of holiday, Thanksgiving. And not just, your standard video of, hey, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, hope your family and everybody's having safe, hope you had a nice 4th of July. No, people are actually making corporate slave console videos on holidays. And that is just absolutely insane. And then they accuse me of making videos on holidays, saying I made a video on New Year's when the video upload is December 30th. Last I checked, New Year's Eve is the 31st. It's not the 30th. Dumbasses, but hey, what can you say? Now, here's one I put a star down under because I feel like this one is applicable to me. There are people out there that feel good about making others feel bad. And that is crazy. It is crazy that there are people that are literally out there that dedicate themselves to other people to make them feel bad. Now, I can't lie. I enjoy making people feel bad. I enjoy making people feel bad growing up all throughout life, whether it was baseball, basketball, football, anything competitive, trash talking. But these are small, localized incidents. You make somebody feel bad, then you move on. You may come back again, but then you move on. You may come back again at a later time, but you move on. But some people, day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, still doing the same thing. It's like, Oh, okay, okay. Like, every now and again's okay. I mean, I understand people are competitive and people, want to flex on other people, but Jesus. I mean, if you do something every day, is it really that special anymore? It kind of loses its meaning. Anger outburst. Yeah. 6-hour road trips, people screaming into their camera, people saying they're gonna find other people wanting to do physical harm to other people wanting to murder and maim and yeah, all that good stuff. Yeah, you might have a problem if you fall into this category. Another thing is people that don't watch themselves before their uploads. I mean, it's not excusable. It's not an excuse, but if it happens in a live stream or in the moment, that is one thing. But there are people that literally record videos on a camera, yelling, screaming, cursing, threatening, attacking people's wives, girls, family, whatever. This isn't live. This is pre recorded. And then for some odd reason, they upload it. Now, I won't lie. I have recorded videos before, not recently, probably way into the past, where admittedly, I went way too far. Way too far. But unlike other people, I watch my video, I watch myself before I upload. And I'm looking at myself like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You need to dial it back a bit. You can't upload that. You can't upload that. Like there's some people that like I just don't understand it. Like, how do you record yourself acting like a fool, rewatch your video acting like a fool, and then think it's a good idea to upload it? Like, it's a complete lack of self awareness, really. There's really no other way. Hold on, guys. Let me find this basketball game. There's really no other way I can describe it. I mean, I can't act like a complete fool, cussing, carrying on, doing all kinds of craziness, watch my video and say, you know what? That's a good idea to upload that video. And I agree with great exposure. You can't do it every day because you got a life. And no, Mario Tennis is garbage. I would buy Mario Golf day one on the Switch, though. I am probably going to buy Everybody's Golf on PlayStation 4. Next up, a need to belong to a group or a cause. This is like the most absolute insane thing. This to me involves people that clearly don't have friends, that clearly don't have social lives, that have family that is negligent, that doesn't care about them, clearly doesn't have relationships with anybody of the opposite sex. Like, why do you feel the need to belong to a group, to an Xbox group, to a Nintendo group, to a P like the only kind of groups I feel like you should be a part of is maybe a group that's like wants to speak out against these corporations for trying to bamboozle us or whatever. Or maybe like you join like a PC hardware group and you want to talk and discuss about hardware, but like I'm talking about like these social reject nerd factions like, oh, I'm a Nintendo fanboy, or oh, I'm an Intel fanboy, or oh, I'm a Microsoft. Like, that's just so stupid. That's why you never see me going around saying I'm PC Master Race or I'm Intel or I'm AMD or I'm NVIDIA. I mean, I had AMD graphics cards to begin with. What happened? Traded those out, went NVIDIA. I had an Intel CPU. What happened? Went AMD. I really have no loyalty. I'm going with whoever gives me the best product. And that is what it is, period. Next up, criticizing evolution of viewpoints and opinions. This is a very good one right here. It also ties in with the next one, which is refusal to adapt and change. So let's say I liked Microsoft. I liked the 360, right? Like the 360. 360 was a good console. The Xbox One came out. I don't like it. I get a PlayStation 4. I go to PC instead. You have people calling you, oh, you're a hypocrite. Oh, you're a flip flopper. I never got that. How is somebody whose opinions and views change and evolve over time due to circumstances in the world, how does that make them a flip flopper? That's like saying learning, gaining knowledge, gaining intelligence, ceasing to be ignorant and further enlightening yourself makes you ignorant. Like, oh, 30 frames is fine. You don't need 60 frames. Oh, then you find out you have 60 frames. That doesn't make you a hypocrite. That just means you change with the times. I never get it. I really don't get it. Like, being a hypocrite will be two different things. Like, there's a billion examples I can give you. I don't like the color blue. And then tomorrow, oh, I love the color blue. That'll be being a hypocrite. But like, people act like everything is just some static, unchanging thing in the world, which is completely not true. Things change, companies change, games change. I used to love Halo. I used to love Mario Kart. I used to love Madden. I don't anymore. That doesn't make me a hypocrite. It just means, my thoughts, views, and opinions evolved, changed, and adapted over time. Yeah, Trey did say everyone who went from 360 to PS4 was a flip flopper. But again, you can't tell him anything because that dude is a loser. That dude is narrow-minded. That dude cannot evolve. That dude can never adapt. That dude can never gain any more intelligence because he refuses to acknowledge change and he refuses to accept new information and intelligence. It is what it is. I mean, I could see people that were completely turned off with the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 3, buying an Xbox One, and then going back to a PlayStation 4. That doesn't mean that they're a flip-flopper. You just have to understand the circumstances that occurred to make people change and adapt and evolve their choices and their viewpoints and their opinions. Is what it is. Perpetuating lies. Well, we already know this from the above by never finishing games, never playing games, showing off. I mean, you got guys crawling 9 blocks, getting shot, people making up fake people with fake relationships, fake dating accounts. I mean, bro, how sad is your life when you have to keep perpetuating lies? I mean, one day, I really wish people could just, pull themselves away from their computer, look in the mirror, and just say, who am I? Who am I? I'm a guy who lies on the internet. I'm a guy who targets people on the internet every day. I'm a guy who defends a company every day. I'm a guy who damage controls. I'm a guy who's a corporate slave. Like, I don't understand how you can even look at yourself in the mirror and accept that is you as a person. How can you accept that version of yourself? I have no idea. Like, that is not a person I could look in the mirror and say, that is a black bond I accept. Attacking women for being women. You've seen it. You've seen girls on YouTube. You've seen girls on the internet, Twitter, just get attacked for being women. You've seen people get attacked for being black, white, whatever. It's absolutely stupid. It's absolutely dumb. I don't know why people do it. It is what it is. I'm sure there's a white person that could beat me in a video game. I'm sure that there's a white person that knows more than me in video games. I'm sure there's a girl that knows more than me in a video game. I'm sure there's a girl that can also beat me in a video game. It really, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Liking, disliking over platform preference. This is just really out of control here. If you're pro Xbox, you automatically agree with the pro Xbox guy. If you're pro PlayStation, you automatically agree with the pro PlayStation guy. If you're pro Nintendo, you automatically agree with the pro Nintendo guy, even if they're lying in your face. Well, let's rewind back a couple years, right? We had Iron Wolf talking about how the power of the cloud will make the Xbox One more powerful than 4 Titans. Clearly lying. And yet Nobody in that Xbox camp, nobody in that Xbox community checked him. Why? You want to know why? Because they automatically agree with anything anybody says as long as they like what they like. And that to me is insane. That is absolutely insane. That is like a straight up lemming. Like, I have no idea. Then this is exactly why we got into the problems with Zaire. We used to be cool with Zaire. I mean, yeah, he's a strange dude and everything, but we used to be cool. But when he started going around telling people he had a $13,000 PC just because we were cool, doesn't mean I'm just gonna automatically believe you. No, if you got $13,000 PC, you got to show that. Not only because I want to see it, but like that's a technological marvel that should be shown. Just because we're cool doesn't mean I'm automatically gonna believe you. Just because I'm cool with you, if you tell me that you have a rocket and can fly to the moon, doesn't mean I'm gonna believe you. That's just absolutely insane. Think about all the lies people were telling. I mean, you got 4 Titans, the East RAM, DirectX 12. Hell, last generation, we had the power of Cell. We had JTech TV saying that PlayStation 3 was more powerful than any PC. And like, people were buying into all those claims and agreeing with all those claims only because the person liked the platform that they preferred. Absolutely insane. Insane. Like, you are a weak-minded human being if that's how you are, to just agree with somebody because they like what you like. I like the Sixers, but just because I like them and somebody says that they're going to beat Golden State in the finals doesn't mean I think that the Sixers had any chance in hell of getting to the finals and beating Golden State. The world does not work like that. Next up, refusal to Google. People, we're on YouTube. Who owns YouTube? Google. What is Google? A search engine. How people get so much information wrong, incorrect. No, it was 13,000. He originally said 13,000. That's why I say 13,000. But again, back to Google. A search engine runs the website. So how are you not able to search for correct information? Why are you lying when you can type into a search bar to verify if your claims are in fact correct or not? Why are you going to tell me that I don't play any new games, buy any new games, beat any new games, when you can go right to my video selection, when all my Steam accounts, all my PSN accounts, every account I own is public? You're on a computer, you have a smartphone, you have all this information and searching ability at the tips of your finger, and yet you still proceed to lie and present incorrect information. How does that happen? It really doesn't make sense. A simple Google search before a claim is made. A simple Google search before incorrect information is presented. It is a basic skill you are taught in middle school when you're doing papers and book reports and it's a simple skill. Use it. Wow. Here's a second one I can say that will apply to me. Affiliation blaming. I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think it should be done, but I do it. I recognize I do it because I'm honest with myself and I can recognize the flaws within myself. Nobody should look down on somebody simply for affiliating with other people. But sometimes I can't help it. I can't help but judge you if you affiliate with liars, if you affiliate with straight trash, if you affiliate with straight up crazy, fanatical, stupid, cancerous, social reject clowns of losers. I can't help it. I know it's wrong. I know I shouldn't do it, but it just doesn't compute to my brain. to my brain, it just doesn't connect. Like I see it, I see like the connectors like next to each other, but they just don't interlock and connect because I feel like the company you keep is who you are, and people can judge you by the company I keep. But remember, I view everybody here on YouTube as an NPC. There's only one man on YouTube I view otherwise, and that man's wife bakes and sends me cookies. So until your woman or your man, I don't know if you're a girl and your man can cook. Until your significant other is sending me food in the mail, sending me some cookies, some pastries, some baked goods, then yeah, you are firmly in that NPC category. That's a perfect example. I like Puerto Rock. He affiliates with Zaire. I don't judge him, but other people I do. Next up, complaining about monetizing platforms. This is one of the stupidest complaints ever. And it's always going to happen. At the very beginning of YouTube, people complained about YouTube partnerships, about people making money monetizing their videos. Then people complained about partnerships and people monetizing videos. Then people complained about advertisements and people getting money through that. Then people complained about Patreon, which is 100% completely optional. I really don't understand why people complain about other people making money. Now, if you're that one guy e-begging, you won't get a job. You're begging for donations and just acting like an overall scumbag. Yeah, that'll rub me the wrong way. But I don't think anybody having a Patreon or a PayPal or monetizing their videos is a crime, nor is it a bad game. If somebody wants to make money, let them make money. It is what it is. I mean, unless somebody is out there literally scamming you, or like that one guy, I forgot that one Call of Duty guy, he was begging for money because he needed to pay bills and everything because he wasn't going to keep money on the table or be able to keep money on the table until the next Call of Duty. Meanwhile, he's got a computer with 5 monitors behind him, 4 different rigs, like, 3 different cars, and like, bro, like sell your stuff before you start begging. I mean, nobody should be on the YouTube, on the internet begging for money unless, Biblical Reaper, that's exactly who it was. But nobody should be on the internet begging for money unless it's the exact last opposite and chance you have. Like there's no other option. You've exhausted everything in your life. You've sold off all your unnecessary possessions. You've taken out a loan. You literally have no other option. That is the only time people should be on the internet asking for money. Period. But why people attack people for monetizing videos or having a Patreon or paid advertise, I don't get it. It does not affect you as the viewer. You can still watch the video. You can put on ad block. You're not required to donate to a Patreon. So why are people so concerned about people's Patreons or people's partnerships? Or it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It's straight up petty. It's definitely a female thing if you're a man doing this. So I just don't get it. I really don't. People say I'm all about the Patreon. I typically never even mention it. The only thing I really mention it really is that I want to give away more things. I say, hey, it's there. If you want to donate and support it, cool. We thank you. We appreciate it. If not, watch and enjoy our content for free. You're not required to pay for it. Doesn't make any sense. Complaining about outside life, I feel like we've already gone through that with the pool and everything. Defending other men. Oh, this is a good one because I don't get it. Defending another man over the internet. Why does it happen? Why do people do it? Perfect example, right? There's a couple people on Twitter making fun of the great exposer, saying that he was a liar, that he was a fake, that he wasn't really in the military, that he stolen the whole shebang, the whole thing, right? And they're like, "Oh, you're up here to like two guys are up here, defending each other, defending another man, who lies about his PC." But they're here saying that I'm defending the great exposer. I don't need to defend the great exposer. I don't need to say that, oh, he showed his ID in this video or that video. Here's the video. I'm cool with the great exposer, but the great exposer can defend himself. I don't need to defend another man over the internet. That is some suspect behavior right there. Not sure if you want to correct somebody on their information or, say, hey, that's not true, minor things. Okay, that's fine. But like, it's just weird to me when I see other people defending other men on the internet. Like, bro, like, look at yourself in the mirror. Which brings it to my next point: ignoring receipts and refusal to ask for receipts. And by refusal to ask for receipts, again, I mean, if you have a $13,000 PC and you're telling everybody, and somebody tells you, you shouldn't just believe it, you should ask for a receipt. If somebody has a space shuttle and says they go to Jupiter and back, you shouldn't believe it. You should probably ask for a receipt. If somebody says they have a gaming collection of 20,000 games, the largest collection of games on the planet, you probably shouldn't just believe it. You should ask for a receipt. Likewise, if you're presented a receipt, why act ignorant about it? You cannot be shown a receipt. You cannot be shown facts. You cannot be shown without a shadow of a doubt that you are wrong and then try to act like, oh, no, I'm still right. That is like clearly some form of mental disorder. If I tell you 1 + 1 = 2 and 2 + 2 = 4, and I cite it, I source it, I reference it, I fact check it, I put all the receipts out in front of you, you can't just deny that. You can't just keep going and saying you're right. There's no such thing as denial of receipts. But yet again, we have people that do that. Bald, fraudulent doctors included, predators included, Xbox fans included, JTech TV included, other people included. Blind loyalty, yeah, we've kind of gone over that. Right or wrong, agree, disagree because who a person is, gone over that. Lying. Lying is a good topic here on YouTube. And my boys call me out to call him back later. Beach trip this weekend, you know how it is. Lying. Really, there's only one time in life lying is acceptable. That's when you and your boys go out on the weekend. You're trying to pick up chicks for that night only, and you're never going to see them again. You're a guy, you want to embellish a little bit. You want to have fun for your night. You're never going to see these girls again. A little lie or two ain't going to hurt them. It's not going to hurt the situation. Big deal. So, your friend, he works at a high-end law firm. Your other boy, he might be a minor league baseball player, but you're not going to exchange numbers with these girls. Excuse me. But you're not going to exchange numbers with these girls. Let me get a drink of water real quick. Excuse me. But again, yeah, you're not going to exchange numbers with these girls. You go to Atlantic City, you go to Vegas, you're going to see these girls one night, you're not going to see them again. A little lie here and there, right then and there. It's cool. It doesn't hurt the situation. Girls do the same thing too. Probably out with their girlfriends, lying if they don't have a boyfriend. big deal, big whoop. But for some odd reason, YouTube is the only place on the planet where lying, excuse me, is not only acceptable, but cool. I don't understand why. For two reasons. One, why lie over the internet? It's stupid. It's dumb. And two, we're on Google. We can fact check it. So we can prove that you're lying. Last week, we had a man lie about dying from a terminal illness of cancer, saying he had half a year to live and that he didn't want to do chemo. And people were cool about that. People were cool about another man lying about a terminal illness and saying he has 6 months to live. Let me repeat myself. People were cool about a man lying about being terminally ill with cancer. People were donating through the chat, through the super chat. My condolences. I wish you and your family the best. I'm so sorry. And yet, the whole time, nothing but a lie. And no apology for lying, even though it wouldn't have worked, because lying about dying is something a clown would do, somebody the lowest of the low would do, a child of God would not do. And yet, people accept this. People accept a man saying that he got shot 9 times and crawled away from the cops for 9 blocks. Like, in what world is lying? Ugh, man, like I said, man, YouTube, home for mental illness. Somebody needs to do a study on YouTube. Holy crap. Next up, yeah, we got the trolls and the groups of trolls. Yes, I understand as before, you know, you want to flex here and there, you know, every once and again, but if you're trolling and you're trolling day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, hate to say it, you're a loser. You have mental issues. You're a social reject. You don't have a life. If you're in a group of trolls, then, oh my God. Not only are you all of the above, but you're all the above and then some, because you have no friends in the real. So you have to find a group of troll friends over the internet. The fact that there actually exists groups of people that will literally sit in Discord chats for hours on hours, days on days, weeks at weeks, just to troll people, I honestly feel sorry for your life. I mean, Jesus. Y'all don't have nothing better to do? To like play a game, go outside, shoot a basketball, go for like I couldn't sit in a Discord chat for a couple hours even if I wanted to. But yeah, we have people that do this day after day for hours and hours, 24/7, or what is it? 29, 40, whatever that meme was, that joke was, but holy crap. Like it literally proves that you have no life and you're a loser. And yet you're trying to make fun of other people and troll them. But the reality, yep, 2947, you got it. But the reality is you're really only trolling yourself. You really are. Fanboyism, corporate slaving, already gone through that. Harassment, dedication to soul harassment, already gone that. Here's the last 2 topics real quick. The overall community and the health of the community. This community should be way bigger than it actually is. There should be way more people, way more views, way more types of people, but there isn't. And you want to know why that is? It's because people look at this community and they're scared. And I don't blame them. If you're an outside viewer looking into this community, looking into all this drama, looking into all these trolls, looking into all these whiners and complainers, looking into all these social reject, mindless, mentally ill losers, would you really want to participate into this situation? Let's say, I'm Joe Schmo, John Smith, whatever. I'm like, hey, I like that guy Black Bonner. I like that guy Port Rock. They do cool channels. They do cool things. They want to talk about games. I want to make a gaming channel. I want to start a Patreon. I want to start a podcast. And you look around. People are trolling podcasts. There are dislike botting podcasts. They are harassing people on Twitter. They are harassing people for Patreons. They're harassing people for trying to collaborate with others. They're harassing people for Patreons. They're harassing people for wanting to game partnerships. They're harassing people for wanting to monetize vids. They're harassing people because you prefer a platform. They're harassing people literally just to harass people. Then you think to yourself, is this really all worth it to, want to make a channel, talk about my hobby, create a podcast, make a little side income on the side, start up a Patreon, become a partner, create an AdSense, collaborate with other, is it really worth all this trouble that you see around you across YouTube and Twitter? And I bet you 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time, the answer is no. Tweet me, message me. I would love to know exactly how many people there are out there that have thought about making channels, that thought about getting on Twitter, that thought about getting on Twitch, etc. But look at it and be like, nah, don't want that. Not a chance in hell. Not trying to get involved with that. Nope, I'm good. And I completely understand. I 1000% completely understand anybody who's ever thought about making a channel, but anybody who's ever thought that way. And the last thing I got is this island mentality that gamers across YouTube and Twitter have. This is literally a gaming community where nobody plays games together. We have all this social media, all these gamer tags, PlayStation Network, Steam, Origin, Xbox Live, and yet nobody plays games together. There's no friendly competitions. There's no gaming together. There's no, hey, people are playing this game. Let's all play. This is a gaming community on a social platform, but nobody games together. Nobody wants to interact with each other. Nobody wants to do anything together. And I know the basic problem is that a lot of people just don't play games. But even for the people that do play games, everybody wants to be on their own little island. And that to me is crazy. And actually, that's all I got. So let me look at the comments, read some interesting comments, and then I'll get out of here because I want to continue to watch this basketball game. Black Bond, you did good. Acer, I have a poor quality control. I have an Asus P34AQ, and I'm happy with the quality as a whole. Are you still waiting for a patch on Xenoblade 2? Yes, I am. Xenoblade 2 is never getting patched. Unfortunately, I agree. Trey mentioned that Vanilla Tropical Freeze on Switch is a port. I don't know what that means. I enjoy making those feel bad. They deserve it. Yeah, I know, Exposer. Yes, I did cancel it. Bond sounds like a real-life anti-hero. I just am who I am, people. I am the way I am here as I am in real life. It ain't that bad. Take your L's just like you hand them out. I agree. What do you think about Heartache cooking BG on Twitter? I think BG is acting stupid on Twitter, but Heartache isn't cooking anybody but himself. Heartache is completely and utterly delusional. BG isn't doing himself any favors by continuing this whole thing, but Heartache literally has no self-respect for himself, in my opinion, and doesn't care about anybody but himself. Literally, the man will befriend people he's in a blood war with if they dislike people that he dislikes. And that, to me, is just another female characteristic. But hey, that's my opinion. All people must watch JoJo. I agree. You couldn't catch me doing this every day. I agree. When did gaming become so much man children, especially the 8th gen degenerates? Which is funny, because originally gaming was a hobby about social reject degenerates, and then it became a hobby for mainstream, but then it returned to a hobby for social reject degenerates. It is what it is. AVGN and Filthy Frank, I agree. Choosing a gaming group is exposure that you are delusional or just too poor to afford all consoles. I agree. If I had the Infinity Gauntlet, I'd snap my fingers and have half of these corporate slaves will cease to exist. I would just get rid of all of them, but hey, that's just me. Nakamura and Styles have a last man standing match. Oh, God. Can we just get on with that feud? Sam with cartoons used to like, but now you're over it. Thank you. It's like that one video I had. Like when you're younger, you like certain things. When you're older, you're a different person. You're an adult. You mature. You get married. You date. You have wife. You have kids. You're not the same person at 30 as you are at age 8. Zaire lied about dying of cancer and mocked his own fan base for showing concern. That he did. 35-inch ultra-wide, 3440 by 1440, 200 hertz VA panel. Should be cheaper. Whew, those monitors do look good, I can't lie. Black Baron, we're not going to give him the time of the day. El Mega hiding his views and likes on his videos, not surprised. Just because I'm cool with you doesn't mean I'm going to allow you to lie and be wrong about facts. I don't even allow my woman to get away with that. Exactly, great exposer. I, I really just don't get it. Laziness and a desperate need for confirmation bias. Exactly, I agree. We are all NPCs until we send Black Bond food. That is factual. If you use YouTube and Twitch for supplemental income, fine. If you're doing it just to get out of getting a job, you're pathetic. And I kind of agree with that. People are jealous because people can literally make money off of donations and nothing else while they struggle to make even minimum wage. Here's a good thing. Here's a good point. If you have a problem with people making money from Patreon and AdSense, how come you aren't on Twitter harassing cam girls or webcam girls or, titty streamers, things like that? They've existed long before people here on YouTube, and yet I haven't heard anybody complain about them. I'm just saying. People should not complain about people who admit to e-begging. Dreamcast 2 is a dominant platform in 2020 where 5D is being worked at with children's card games on motorcycles. Oh, that's a good one. Card games on motorcycles. People lie all the time outside the. Oh, I can't even read this sentence because it's not a sentence. People will not always be honest about their history and opinions. I'll just agree with that. He was exaggerating why he was in the hospital, pretending to be dying while defending Sony. Is what it is. The word troll has so many different contradiction definitions that it virtually has no meaning anymore. Yeah, I guess I kind of agree. The YouTube anime community is barely hanging out now, or hanging on now. Yeah, I'll agree with that. 4-year-olds getting drunk, kissing each other on their milk duds. Oh, man. And I guess I'll end it on that one, people. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Yes, I will be gone over the weekend. Yes, I will be doing Weapon Wheel from the beach house. And yes, that makes you upset and angry and going to cry about it. I can't help you with that. I have a life. You should not worry about me, and you should stop crying about me. And you should probably worry and cry about getting your own. Gideon Alvin White, I appreciate your $2 donation. Love your content. I hope you and Jack on Weapon Wheel. Yeah, it's. I feel like Weapon Wheel has fallen off lately because we haven't had all the members on due to, life circumstances. But it is what it is, people. It's summer. So I'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy. Oh, God. Gamer over Eddie. Review games. You already know I've been putting off my Persona 5 review for God knows how long, but that is the running gag on my channel. I will get to it eventually. Enjoy your night, guys.